yeah, yeah, this EP was like really fucking fantastic, honestly. This was great. Yeah, I mean, Damone Tyrell, if you're unfamiliar, is a rapper who is heavily affiliated with the Dead End Hip Hop YouTube channel. I'm not sure how they're affiliated. I mean, it's not like Dead End Hip Hop like a record label. They signed him or anything. I'm not really too sure. They're a YouTube channel, not like a label. So I mean, I'm kind of skeptical to say they signed him, but I guess they're sort of partnered with him in some way. They seem to be sort of presenting and promoting what he's doing. Which is how I'm aware of him, because I do watch the channel quite frequently. So, yeah, I think he's a talented rapper. I reviewed his previous project, Who the Hell is Damone Tyrell, and I thought it was good. However, I was kind of skeptical, and I couldn't really comfortably call anything on that album truly, like, fucking great. Mainly because, whilst the rapping was competent, the beats were solid, he has just his sound overall, it just didn't really grab me. At least not for a while. It took me a minute to really get behind what he was doing, but overall I would say that he didn't really have much of a distinct sound that I could like say, oh, this is a Damone Tyrell verse. This is a Damone Tyrell song, you know? Like, even after listening to it, I was like, I'm not sure if I really know what the Damone Tyrell sound is. He failed to really come through with a truly distinct character. And I think he is inching closer towards pulling that off on this new EP. I won't say he's all the way just found his sound, but he is really stepping things up, in my opinion, on this EP. This is a huge step of growth for him, because his rapping is fucking great all over this album. I thought as a rapper, he just really impressed me, whether it be through lyrics, or through flow, or through delivery, confidence, his rhyme schemes. It was all just like just a notch above what he was doing previously. And instrumentally, this album's fucking fantastic too. I really enjoyed every beat on this thing. The only beat that I was somewhat skeptical of, actually no, there was none. I thought they were all really good. And my favorite beat is probably track number 4, which is a shorter track. I wish this track was longer. It was really fucking good, but this was really interesting to me because this beat was not kind of what you're typically used to with Damone Tyrell. Like, normally he'll just kind of rap over a pretty standard, traditional, sample-driven instrumental with just a nice knock and kick drum and snare with a nice sample or something. Just a pretty simple, enjoyable, solid beat. You know, no complaints, but nothing too boundary pushing. But on this 4th track, he raps over a beat that's a little bit more kind of rigid and experimental. Like, it sounds kind of industrial in a way. Like, it sounds like there's like pistons firing off and there's like gears clunking and shit. It sounds really kind of like clunky, but in a good way. Like, he rides it so smoothly. Like, I really think this is a good example of just the versatility Damone Tyrell has as a rapper. And overall, I just really truly was very impressed, particularly on track 3. You know, I mean, obviously, I thought he could definitely rap. He had lyrics, for sure. But it was only until this track number 3 on this EP, where I was like, holy shit, this is some really well-written stuff. Like, honestly, this track, I love how he used the levels. Like, if you look at the track listing, it's like 2nd story, 3rd floor, 4th level or something. And there actually is a short film, too, linked to this EP on the Dead End Hip Hop YouTube channel that you can watch. It's like a solid 10-12 minutes long. And it sort of just gives greater context as to what he's talking about with the whole levels thing on this EP. But I like how he uses the stories, the levels, as sort of like a metaphor for just like dealing with the music industry. He's saying how he just wants to rap, but he has to like publish and promote all of this other material, be the businessman as well. That side of things, he has to tackle that as well. Like, he's having to miss out on time with his family and his friends because he's trying to work on music and just he's on the come up and shit. And he's just sort of saying how there's levels to it. You know, I like how he uses the levels and links that in with sort of like the struggles of just being an up and coming rapper. And he pulled it off and executed it in a really poignant and passionate way with a nice little vocal skit at the end to sort of tie everything up. It was just such a well-executed song. I really left it like, holy fucking shit, this is actually really great. Not that I wasn't expecting this EP to be great. I mean, he's a good rapper, but this was like another level. I was like, holy shit, this is really well done. Because this track just shows that he definitely has more talent beyond just being able to rap over a good beat. He just did like a metaphor. I've never really heard anyone do that before. And there's moments like this that do lead me to believe that he is just kind of finding his own new sound and his own new style more, because he's just sort of pushing his boundaries into something new and different. The 2nd track, I enjoyed this one too. I think his rapping is the most impressive on this track. I love the line, like on the 2nd half, where he says, I've never heard that I won't be shit, just opposite the throne I sit. Like, he kind of flipped it, it kind of threw me off for a minute, because I was like, the throne I sit, how does that make sense? And then I was like, oh wait, no, I get it, because he just flipped it. It was kind of clever. The way he made it work in with the rhyme scheme, like, there were just little subtle nuances and shit like that throughout this EP that really made me realize that he's got a lot more capabilities as an MC than I initially took him for. Track number 5 has a fantastic instrumental. Really love the sample on that track. Sounds fucking wonderful. The opening track is the only song that I'm just a little bit shaky on. It's not a bad song. His rapping is fine. The beat is really nice, but the singing I'm not really feeling it. You know, when a rapper starts singing, you know, it rarely goes over amazingly well, but just the singing on this track, it wasn't bad, like the melodies and shit. He wasn't like majorly off key. Like, I'd say he's a better singer than, say, fucking Vic Mensa or something. It's just, but it was just like his voice, he just didn't sound comfortable or confident to me. And I can say the same for the second track as well. There was a point where he started singing on the second track, he tried to like hold a note for quite a while, and I'm not sure he really pulled it off 100%. Like, I would think it would have been better if he just kind of found someone else to sing instead. To me, it came off a tiny bit awkward in context with the song, but it didn't really ruin it or anything. But this is the only part of the album I'm a little bit shaky on. And I guess a few of the hooks were a little bit simple, but I mean, that's whatever, they're still pretty catchy. Like the "We Moving On Up" refrain on the second track was actually really catchy to me, but yeah, I enjoyed this EP a lot. I think this is definitely a step up from Who the Hell is Damone Tyrell? Because with Who the Hell is Damone Tyrell, like after I reviewed it, I didn't really see myself coming back to it too much. I've been playing this EP quite a lot. I see myself returning to this quite a few months from now. So I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I thought this was a legitimately great EP, and I recommend listening to it if you're a hip-hop fan. If you like just pretty creative, fun, charismatic, introspective, sample-oriented hip-hop music, this EP has got something that you'll definitely enjoy, I guarantee it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this new Damone Tyrell EP, 5 Stories. Bye!